What are you just trying to work on these last few practices you got before a real thing gets going here?
Keep cleaning up our concepts, making sure that our focus is, defensively, making sure we're tight on everything, our rotations, our principles, still tweaking different lineups and, getting positionless groups on the floor, small groups on the floor together, getting groups that have traditional fives and just kind of seeing what it looks like.
I know how much you've valued defense these since you've been the head coach, and I mean you guys have been a top 10 defense the past few years. If you play a lot of these small lineups, can you be an elite defense again if you're just going small a bunch?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we're excited to see. Is I don't necessarily have the answers that it's a guarantee, but that's what we're working towards. We're working towards continuously having a good defense, no matter who we put on the floor. And when those units are on the floor, they have to have an understanding that we have to be tougher, we have to play harder, we have to compete at a higher level, we have to rebound at a high level in order for those type of groups to work.
I guess what I'm getting at is when you go small, it seems like it helps your offense, but it takes away from the defense. Is that the right way of looking at it or no?
Well, last year our numbers was actually our offense got better and our defense. And so we became a better defensive team because we could just keep guys in front of us. We were switching multiple screens. We were getting deflection steals. And then we were getting easy transition shots, which allowed us to set our defense again. So, analytically, it kind of worked in our favor. But you have to force the issue with those type of scenarios.
What do you see Javonte playing with this group, especially knowing how much you've relied on guys like Najee and Dyson in the past?
Very similar to Naj and Dyson. Strong, athletic. His ability to be able to guard multiple positions. He's a solid rebounder and high IQ player, very intelligent. So he would assume a role similar to what those guys did for us.
It seemed like there was a little difficulty in getting the pace to where you wanted it in the preseason. Are there things that you want to implement defensively to increase the tempo and maybe put teams in a more awkward position and give your guys who have that ability, like DeJounte, Herb, who can roam and make plays when the ball's in the air? Do you want to try to create more of those opportunities?
Yes, for sure. We want to create a little bit more havoc, allow Herb and DeJounte to use their instincts to, go make plays for us defensively. When we can get deflections and steals, rebound the ball, we get out on the open floor and we're playing some of our best basketball. Now we have to convert on those opportunities, and that's something that we didn't do a great job in preseason. So we got open looks. We got to knock them down.
Is that the tough part in generating the looks? Like you got shots that you wanted, but you didn't make shots, which makes it kind of hard to do the things that you want to do defensively. How much can you control with that? Do you feel like you got the right shots out of the offense that you wanted to see, or the right people always taking the shots? How much of that are you trying to balance in these last few practices?
Yes, I feel like we got the right shots, and we want to continue to show what those shots look like and how to get them, if that makes sense. So it's not just I swung the ball to you and you just shoot it. It's a domino has to fall. I have to catch it in transition and drive the ball, collapse the defense. That's a kick out, catch and shoot, open three. A good screen, pocket pass, defense collapse, kick out. Now I got open threes. And then on top of that, it's not just the open threes, but now it's another domino. Same scenario, I shot fake, bring the defense to me, I'm driving closeouts, finishing at the rim, or once again, more kickouts for catch and shoot shots. So it's the way, the processes of getting those shots. And we felt like we had a good number of quality looks. Now it's doubling down on the processes of getting there.
And we were joking about the starting lineup yesterday. You think that's something you're going to keep to yourself all the way up till the first game, or that's something you kind of decide at some point and let out?
I'll let you know. Hopefully I can get to that before the first game, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, I don't want you to hold me to something, and then come Monday or Tuesday I don't have an answer for you, so I'm gonna hold off on that.
And
We'd
then
never
you
do that.
No, we would never do that. Never.
Coach, you said that on Monday or Tuesday.
When has the media ever done that?
I'm gonna have an answer for you Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday come.
We coming knocking
You
on
say,
Monday.
Guess what, Coach? You said you was gonna have it. I don't have an answer now, so no, I can't give it to you yet.
Hey, I respect that. But do you kind of still feel the same way as far as it's something that can shift during the course of the season, where based on matchup, you might go a different direction, from one game to the next?
I do. It's something that we have to take a good look at. We have to do it in games and see how it looks, and that could change based on the results. We're not getting the results, or we're not necessarily accomplishing what we want to, or it could look great, and we stick with certain groups, certain matchups, certain opportunities. But I think it can change throughout the course of the season, because you're gonna have some matchups where we may not be able to play a ton of small ball in those games. You may have to go a little bit bigger. So I have to have some flexibility with our group this season, which is unique. It hadn't been like that in the past.
Well, in that game against Houston, you guys really struggled to score inside the paint, especially in that first half. And with no Zion, how much more important does it make? I know it's got to be the whole team doing it, but how much more important is it for Brandon to honestly attack the rim? I saw after practice yesterday, he was really working on, trying to score at the rim up against, JB and several other of the staffers.
Yeah, it's extremely important for BI and for us as a group collectively to understand that that's a big part of, creating quality shots. Is if you can get to the rim and then finishing at a high level, or making a great decision once you get there. If the defense is rotated to you, somebody should be open, knowing where the open man is. So without Zion, without Trey, right, you lose a major percentage of your rim capabilities. And so collectively, it's just something we have to work on anyway as a group. A team that can win the paint battle is dynamic.
And would you say that kind of lends into then maybe Brandon's going to play a slightly different role this year, where because he's 6'9", right, he's one of your tallest guys, he's going to be asked to maybe play like more at the 4, say, per se, more positions that he normally hasn't played in the past?
You know what, once it's the perimeter is all a lot the same now. 2, 3, 4, they have similar roles, they have similar concepts on the floor. So when he's on the perimeter, it'll be pretty similar to what he's always done. What we're asking him to do more is take some threes, get to the rim, get to the free throw line, and hopefully that'll continue to create quality looks for our whole team.
Go ahead.
How do you adjust? You don't have that traditional post presence when things are going, rough offensively, to be able to throw it down and just settle it down for a possession or two. How do you create maybe in those latter halves of the shot clock when you need to get something easy?
Yeah, we'll have to settle the gym down and throw it to Zion a little bit in the post, or a little bit live catch at the elbow. Have him survey the floor and be able to attack. We can also throw the ball down to BI at times in those areas to settle the gym down some. So, we lose that with Jonas, but hopefully we can make up for it in other areas.
Has Jordan showed you enough in the preseason and the camp where he's going to the regular season saying he's a no doubt about it rotation guy?
Absolutely. He's shown us all that he's ready to step up and have a bigger role on this team. We knew that when we drafted him, that he was going to probably help us a bit his rookie season, which he did. He had a really good season, and now just taking another step forward. And that's what we want from all of our guys is, you come in this program, we want you to be able to continue to progress, first as young men, but also as professional basketball players, which we're still doing.
We're creeping up on the deadline for Trey with his extension, and obviously you're not so involved with those talks, but how much do you kind of view him as an essential part of the foundation you guys are building there?
Yeah, Trey he's a key component to our team. High character young man. We love what he brings to this group on the basketball floor, his ability to shoot the ball, 6'9", 6'10", rebound, go up and finish. He's becoming a really good defender. So he really helps this group, and he's one of the sort of pillars of our organization right now, of our young team. So we're definitely hopeful that we can all come to some agreement soon.
Every year, it feels like injuries are the thing that everybody wants to talk about. And certainly you say, well, if Zion plays 70, if Brandon plays 70, do you think about with the small ball lineups and the physicality that guys have to play up against, how do you manage maybe Herb's minutes? How do you manage guys in their matchups and making sure that they're ready at game 70, game 80 of the season?
Yeah, but, we don't know yet. We don't know what that's going to look like, but that's why these guys come in and they prepare. They prepare with nutrition. They prepare in performance and strength training, and they get on the floor and they work at it. We know that their minutes are going to go up once the season starts, and so we'll monitor. We'll keep taking a look and see if we see some trends that we have to be aware of. But right now, it's really about just preparing to attack our opponents.
And a lot of times we talk about what you guys are building here. A lot of that is based on the court, but a lot of that is based off the court, right? The way guys fit together, chemistry, personalities, all that stuff. How much do you think Trey kind of exemplifies what you guys want to build here as far as locker room stuff?
For sure. Trey, we love Trey. We love Trey, his family, his teammates. They all love him, and it's a genuine connection. That's not something that is made up, and we're just telling you all something that Trey is beloved here, and obviously it's the contractual, that's the business part of it that we want to all come to a place where everybody's comfortable. But as far as the Trey, the human being, you couldn't ask for a better young man to come in your program and to impact this community and to impact his teammates and people. Every time he steps in here, I can sit here and talk about Trey for an hour or more about the type of person he is, and so that's important. It's important that we bring in people like him because they help build a true foundational culture.
How important is a good start for this season? I mean, that's been a struggle for this team each of the last 3 years. How do you these first 10 games are against some really difficult opponents?
It's important. Start is important. Every game this season, you guys know, like the West is going to be a challenge in the West. So we're excited about it. We look forward to what this season is going to bring. It'll have its triumphs, for sure. We'll celebrate that, and it'll have moments of improvements. But we like our group, and I'm excited to get to it.